So, yesterday I received my Viking tarot card deck that I bought myself for Christmas, and I received my Celtic Universal tarot card. I'm going to get a Māori one. So what I did was, I just opened up the packet, said, "What do you want to show me?" And I pulled out one from the Viking tarot and one from the Celtic one. You know, I had them facing down on the ground, and then when I heard spirit, or my conscience, what do you even call it, say that one, just pull that one. So the first one I pulled out was on the Viking tarot, and there was like a elves gift. Elves? Is it the elves or dwarfs? Dwarfs gifts to the gods, and it had like the Mjolnir hammer, had like this golden chicken, and it had picture of the dwarf in the middle, and it had a basket full of gold and something else. And on the other hand, in the other one, the Celtic Universal one, was the King of Swords. So we all know what the King of Swords is. It means that you're on point, you're in your power. And so this other one is that I pulled out was a dwarf's gift to the gods. So that's interesting. And I just left it. I just left that on my table desk, the two that I pulled out, and I'll show you guys later tonight. Last night I was like, cheers. I had a few. That's why I'm a tipsy now. But I know I recover quickly, and I got work at 5, so I won't have much more. What was it last night? I had I'll show you guys after I talk about the purpose of this video. So it's 3-part. I done it yesterday, alright? I come home, I was going to put up, but I've done some personal study in that, and then I was also searching up about what the dwarfs mean, and according to Norse mythology, because I pulled the dwarf one out of the Norse deck, the King of Swords of the Celtic, that's got to mean that you're on point, that you're heading in the right direction, you're doing all these things, right? So this is what I'm like when I'm tipsy. So the thing is the dwarfs, they, according to mythology, they got conquered and defeated in the end, but they were renowned because they were of a small amount of people and very small in size. The dwarfs, and they're represented in the Lord of the Rings movie. It's like Gimli and his crew. And the reason why I was looking up the Norse side of it is because I haven't bought my deck of Māori tarot cards yet, but I will this payday. But I got, I just pull one out of the Viking one and pull one out of the Celtic one. And I personally view them as things come to an end, and if you've lived a life with where you got sabotaged hard out, or you just had to work a lot more harder in order to get the same things that other people take for granted, or it's a mixture of both, which was me, but now I'm past the stuff, having to work my ass off to get the same thing as other people, because I know that there's just a whole bunch of other stuff where I was being sabotaged. So if I wasn't being sabotaged, because it's also who you know, because then I would have been very successful, and now no one's sabotaging me. So they're known for being very not artsy crafty, but like very good with their hands. Like they come up with solutions. Like Fenrir's wolf kit. If you look at it on a personal, the Fenrir wolf. If you look at it at a personal level, if like you've been bottling, if someone's been bullied and harassed and all this type of thing, eventually they snap, and then when they do, it's a big fierce thing that nobody can stop. But also there's the whole end of world cycle thing, and without what's that word, without contradiction, the strength of the next world cycle, the strength of that happening is going to be weak. But then I paused because I'm thinking, well, if it's a world cycle, then that just means that the humans don't have anything to do with it. Maybe they're trying to preserve themselves. It makes sense, preserve the human race. But I've had many visions of like when I was younger. I'll be walking along and see myself fly up in a rocket, like if I was leaving the planet. But I've had that revealed to me that it's probably going to be like my descendants. But the reason why I had a picture of me, why it was me going up, it was like to reinforce things to me. And when I said I wouldn't fall for this, it means that because I used to drink all the time, like every single week, like 3 times a week. So, yeah, I've tried 3 flavours now, but once we get into the new year, which is, well, once we finish that box there, no more biting. I said no alcohol for the whole year last year, and I didn't have any up until like December. And then the years before it was like once a month, and I was able to maintain that. So this year is no junk food. Junk food's been added to the list. So I'm glad to say that I had some noodle canteen, and I had some takeaways from the Great Wall. Takeaways, okay, and I had I couldn't find chicken and veggie, and I couldn't find any Irvines because being replaced, as they do with new generations, things get replaced that the older generation liked, but the new generation doesn't. I suppose that's probably why. But they say that the generation loses the power when they get into their 30s. Well, I've got a brighter future than I've ever had before, because I'm not being sabotaged anymore. People aren't trying to hold me down because they think that I deserve to be beneath them, or don't want me to succeed for whatever reason. So yeah, I reckon the dwarf has got to do with the ego, and it's needed in order to heal. Operations controller.